not married to Bravo. 90 Day with Nana. I have to work today, so I feel like what day is it? With Joleen and Nana and Tilly.
Hi, Tilly. Is Tilly right there?
She is.
Oh, she's so funny. She loves sitting there.
I know. Welcome, LEEN Team. Make sure you smash that like. We appreciate it. It helps us in the algorithm. If you want to support the channel, liking the video is a great way to do it. Following us and or me on social media, wherever I am, is a good way as well. We have at Joleen Lunzer on all the socials, and then at 90 Day with Nana on Instagram exclusively. You can send a super chat during the live. We also have YouTube memberships and Patreon to support. Nana, how you doing?
I'm doing good, honey. Thank you. It's a nice day. We were just talking, you and I, about, and I just talked to Linda on the phone too. Can't figure out what day it is. When I have a holiday like this, I really have a hard time. Today is the 6th of September. It is Labor Day. It's not my anniversary.
Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about that today, and I saw.
I did too.
I did last year about that. So tomorrow, you guys, Nana will be sober for 22 years.
I'll never get those years back.
She'll never get those years back or have as much fun as she was when she was wasted. But that's amazing, Nana. Don't you feel really good? Am I coming up on 10 years in April?
I believe so. When was Nicole?
Yeah, because I quit drinking April 1st, 2012. I always thought that was funny that a comedian quits on April Fools. It was right after one of my best friend Nicole's weddings, and I was so wasted, and I thought I ruined the wedding. Turns out I didn't. Turns out I was kind of fun, but I thought I woke up with the worst anxiety.
Oh, it's the worst. I hate that. I just hate it.
I don't miss that. Are you so proud of yourself, Nana? That's such a huge accomplishment.
I am. It never, sometimes that feeling just doesn't go away, the wanting. Sometimes you can coast for a long time, but it is hard. Some, people, just because it's 22 years doesn't mean it's still a struggle. But yeah, I'm really happy about it.
Well, I'm so proud of you. And I think I was 19 when you got sober, right? Because that's, and I mean, that just changed the game for me completely. And I don't think I would be sober and in a healthy relationship and all those things had I not seen a good example by you, for real. So I thank you for that.
Thank you. That's very nice. I'd like to thank all the little people.
She did that Midwestern thing where I was being very, sincere, and you can't have it. You're just like, get it away. Let's make a joke. But no, for real, I do appreciate, and I think that only makes the relationship stronger. It only did really good stuff for us. So I'm grateful every day.
I think it did really good stuff for the whole family.
Yeah.
I feel like I needed to do it for myself, but my family was everything. So I needed to do it for my family. So in that context, yes, I'm thrilled to death. But like I said, I'd like to thank the little people, especially Deb C, where I'm still laughing at this card. I got this card from Deb C.
Okay. We took the money that was inside the card. Oh my God, it's Asuelu, aka Froyo's mom and sister, Tammy. Bam Tam. Shut up. That's amazing. Did she make that?
I don't think so. But here's the funny part.
This
is a keeper forever. And then the envelopes got Asuelu's mom on there for a little one of those little lickets. And I'm looking at that.
You gotta frame that.
Oh, I am. There's no question. This is going to my laundry room frame. This is adorable. And you can just picture her making out with her son. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Okay.
It's just, I can. Do you want me to pull it up again? Because I
could. Not at all.
On the, so thank you guys for saying me and Nana look so good tonight. We took the money that was inside this card.
I mean, I'm sorry. It's the funniest card I ever received. I love this card.
Clear. Nana, did you get new Wi-Fi? Because you are looking clear and crisp, and well, you always look beautiful, but no grainage at all. No grainy.
No grainy?
No, you look
maybe
great.
Maybe it's my, who is this again? Michael Kors.
Yeah. Nana. Was it a TJ Maxx buy? Marshalls?
No, it was a Dayton's.
Macy's.
And yeah, it was always going to be Dayton Street. But it's Macy's. I bought this with I keep grabbing myself.
Yeah.
I bought this with my sister when I was less busty, at which meant I was lower in weight. So it really looks like I got some big knockers tonight. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank
Nana,
you.
and this recap is going to be brought to you by Nana and her knockers.
Nana's knockers.
Thank you guys for the well wishes for Nana and for me and all that. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Leah says, Joleen, please tell Nana, my friend told me Greg was transitioning, and I also thought he was becoming a woman. She is not alone. So
see, I really did. And then I felt so bad. And now that, and we'll go into the who's dead with Nana later on, then they find out that he passed. It was just, I felt so bad. But I hear transitioning, and right away I think, you don't pick a gender. What do? You not change into a gender,
you
but
transition. Trans person.
Okay.
So if it's like, let's say you're transitioning male to female, it would be a trans woman. So you're just transitioning gender, because what we've learned a lot is that our sex and our gender are two different things, and how we identify ourselves and how we feel, rather than how biologically it might look in certain chromosomes and stuff. It's how someone truly, who they feel they are, is their gender. I think I'm explaining that correctly. If I'm not, correct me. But yeah, so that's what Nana thought.
Well, I did. I thought, then I felt so bad when you guys were saying, no, Mom. You went, Mom. That means he's going to the other side. And that I understand. But the transitioning, I thought, what? Okay. It was just a strange way to put it.
Yep, that's a natural assumption. I mean, it's just like you hear more stories, I think, in the media about, trans actors or transitioning or things like that than you do about, people. They refer to it more that way than they do when you're dying.
Right.
So I feel like that's like an old school way to put it.
So tell me what, Chaz Bono did. That's transitioning to be a male?
So Chaz is a man. Yes. So Chaz identifies as a man, and Chaz transitioned, I believe. I don't know a lot about Chaz, but he transitioned.
He did. Because he's looking really good. He's lost a
is his
ton
name
of weight.
Chaz?
That's what he goes by, Chaz.
Yes.
It's chastity. Okay. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
But
Chaz is a trans man.
Looks good.
Nana.
He looks really good.
He is a trans man. Yes.
So, and even
we're all learning.
Well, even Cher said at first she had a little trouble with it, for how out there Cher is, and like anything goes kind of thing. We think she's like this. We think she's like this. But as a mom, you just kind of do a double take, like, what now? What? Tell me again. Sometimes we have to be told things more than once before we get it.
Mm-hmm. And I think that for a mom, I think it would be I don't know what that would be like, because you are, you bring someone into this world. But again, we're learning so much about gender and sex and the difference. And we're learning so much about people now that it's not the same that you just look at it, you're like, this is a girl. It doesn't matter your genitalia, things like that. So, but Cher came in a time where I'm sure she never heard. No one talks about that stuff really, right? Because that's your time. I mean, she's older than you, but
just a little, not by much, but certainly we didn't talk about that. Oh my God, you just right.
And we don't know. I don't know if Chaz did, because DJ Ness was like, did Chaz do surgery?
I don't know that.
I don't know, and I don't think. I don't know if he would share that. I don't know. I think, and you don't have to, and some people choose not to. It just depends on the person,
Well, he looks amazing because he's dropped a lot of weight. He did get fairly heavy, as we all do, up and down, up and down. Yeah. But he is doing it through exercise and diet and stuff, and he's looking really good. So
yes. Anyway, paid. I like that people are asking questions, though. And I like that we can have conversations about it. Not paid benefits. I always get confused when someone transitions and they want to be with the person of the the gender of the person they transitioned from. Okay, so let's say you have a man to woman transition. Let's say so you have a trans woman, but then you're saying they want to be with the person who you want to be with a man. Okay. Does that make them gay? I would say no, it doesn't, because however you identify who you truly are inside, then that wouldn't. But I don't know. I'm not sure that
Joe, when we think about that, because let's look at Jenner and Caitlyn Jenner
Yep.
is now from a man to a woman. She transitioned to a woman, and she doesn't want to be with Mama Kardashian anymore.
No, they never looked like they had great chemistry anyways, but yeah.
I was going to say, he can't run as fast as he used to.
Caitlyn Jenner, thank you, Jamie. So Caitlyn Jenner is a trans gay woman. So that makes, if she wants to date women and she now is a woman and has always identified as a woman and has come out openly as a woman, now she is a trans gay woman. So I think it can be like, I understand the confusion, but
I know, I just do. I get a little confused. I just hate to say it just because I'm older, but I think it is a lot of it. We just didn't broach those subjects. People weren't doing that.
Julie said, I'm transitioning to a man and I want to be with men. So there you go, Julie.
Let me think about that. I'm transitioning to a man. I want to be with men. Okay. All right.
So Julie is saying Julie wants to be identified. Gender, a man. Julie is transitioning to be a man, if I'm hearing this correctly. And Julie wants to date a man.
She wants to transition to a man
and
wants to date a man. So it's not okay.
And you would ask Julie, what are your preferred pronouns? Or is it he, him? I would imagine it's either he, him, or they, them. Now that you're transitioning to a man, that's usually what people say. But yeah, that's why a lot of people, I think there's a lot of hoopla. People are like, well, you have to put preferred pronouns. Well, if it makes people feel better and it's how you identify as a person, that's like going up to someone and being like, why do I have to call you by your real name? Because that's my name. Because that's what I like to go by.
That's who I am.
Yeah, that's who I am. And it's up to that person. Exactly, Nana. Exactly.
And we are only here for a short period of time, kids. I don't know why we have to make it so difficult for everyone and ourselves. Speaking of Texas, no, I can't even go there. I'm so damn mad. I can't even see straight. I can't see straight. Okay?
I know, Nana. I know, but there's things in the works, and we're fighting.
I know. I can't. All right. Let's. Okay. All right.
All right. So shout out to our little point of understanding and stuff early on in 90 Day with Nana. We love you guys. Okay. So let's get into Nana. Let's do a check on we'd always do a 90 Day with Nana. We're going to check in on Nana's giant bush, and then we'll get into the recap with the Nana notes, and then we'll do Who's Dead with Nana. Does that sound good?
Okay. That sounds great. I like that. That sounds fabulous. And I do
giant bush.
Thank you for asking. Let's take a look at it, shall we? Can we see it over here? See the lights here? The bush is here.
It looks really nice.
Can you still see it, kids?
Oh, yeah, we can see it. Your lighting's perfect. Don't even. Okay. Jeez, we can see it, Nana. Okay.
We are the world. We are the children.
You're so perfect and crisp and clear, and now I worry, but that's okay.
We're back.
We're back.
You know what I did? I took my ring light that you got me and I put it all the way up. It was kind of tilted down before. So I thought maybe that would help. Plus my big bosoms keep getting in the way of everything, the desk, the drawer.
Proud of your knockers, girl.
Well, really, who wouldn't be? All right, who wouldn't be? Hello, come on.
Well, Carolyn wants to thank you, Nana, for telling us about the Tide Pods. I didn't know large loads took more pods. I wasn't getting clean clothes. So there you go. It's okay. None of us knew. Well, I'm sure some people knew. But.
I take pride in the laundry. I should have known this. If you flip the little thing on the pod thing, if you flip the top of it up, it says it right here. But I didn't bother reading that. I just said to Joleen, I said, oh my God, my clothes are not getting clean. Look at this. I said, doesn't even smell good. So I threw them all back in and threw 3 of them in there. And she goes, now you're going overboard. No, not really. Because it was a big load of towels. So, but yeah, good. I'm glad I could just spread the word about those Tide Pods. They're a little expensive. You know, if you like them that much, to get them on sale. But I do like and I'm hearing good things about Kirkland brand detergent, which is Costco. Yes.
Okay. Well, your bush looks huge and flourishing.
Thank you
for sharing about the Tide Pods. Yes, Nana has an elegant bush. She takes such good care of it. Jennifer says, I am a gay man with a 70-year-old Midwest mom. It took her a minute, but she gets it now. You will get there, Nana. Exactly.
Thank you. And
It's
I
all
will.
about being
And
able
I
to just
will.
talk about it, ask questions, and not feel bad. And also, yeah, I think it's up to like the kids of parents who have questions to answer those questions.
Right. And I don't want to say anything that would
of course not
be hurtful to someone at all. I want to be saying the correct terminology and things. So anyway,
I appreciate that about you, Nana, because I think some people are just like, you know.
No.
Yeah, and that's not a fun way to be.
No, it isn't. And these little scissors have trimmed up my bush for many a year. So if you're looking to trim up a bush, these nice little scissors for just anything your heart desires. Okay? All right, real good.
Deb C says, now we need a new book. Is Your Laundry Clean with Nana? Nana, get writing. It could be mostly pictures too.
I'm telling you, I love this. And those little unstoppables, now they're a little pricey for me that you put in yours, those little beads, and it really freshens up everything.
I know. Oh my God. They bring me such joy.
They do. I look forward to coming to see you for that reason. Not just that reason only, but especially so when I do your laundry, I can use those unstoppables. For me, I just think it's just a little over the top for me.
No.
And you do put them over the top. But they're fabulous. They really are fabulous.
You deserve it, Nana. All right, let's get into this recap now that we're 15 minutes in, and we know some people are like, come on, girls.
All right. I'm so sorry. Here we go.
Don't be sorry. No, we like to catch up. We like to do our little kikis. We go on little tangents, and at the end, we do our Who's Dead with Nana. That's how we do. All right. So I thought we would pull out our slides and go couple by couple like before, and I thought
I really like this.
Start with Ellie and Victor because this couple is frustrating me, and we're only on episode 2 and they haven't even come together yet.
Isn't that sad? That's very sad. I'm starting to get to put their names up on the top of the page so I don't have to keep going through like this one, Steve the Mormon. Okay, wait a minute. Here's Nana, Ellie and Victor.
And I think I have to I think I said last week, I don't think he's creepy, and you were like, he's creepy, and now I'm like, I think he's creepy.
Oh yeah, he reminds me of someone, and I don't want to say who, but
can you give me a hint? Is it someone related to?
No.
Oh, is it someone who maybe worked at a place that we both worked at?
No, not even that. Oh. Not even that. Ooh. We'll just let it go like that. But he just reminds me of somebody. He's so, he does appear to me to be a Brandon-like, as far as,
Julia.
Yeah.
The archetype, like how they cast. They're like, let's find a weirdo virgin, but we're soon going to learn not a virgin.
Who are they kidding? Where are they finding these virgins? Second grade? I don't know. Anyway, 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, Season 3, Episode 2, Testing Trust. Okay, we're going to talk about Ellie. We're going to talk about Victor. Ellie is moving to Provincia, I think is Provincia. Friends are having a Thanksgiving dinner. A lot of them don't know that she's not just going on a little trip, but in fact, she's picking up everything she owns, going over there, selling off the rest of it, selling her pizza dynasty, and heading over there.
Not her pizza dynasty.
That's right. PD, Pizza Dynasty. Only her best friend knows really what's going on. And
Chell has entered the chat and said she is using all our unstoppables.
I'll bring my own next time, but I just like to. I like to throw them in your socks, Chell, and snort them. She announced she's moving, and she's moving back in, and she's moving with Victor. Now, they had this nice Thanksgiving meal for her. It was just like a goodbye. Did they call it Friendsgiving?
Yeah. Have you ever had a Friendsgiving where you have your friends over either before or after Thanksgiving and celebrate?
No, that's the big joke with Nana. Oh, here's another one for Thanksgiving. When I talk to people in the streets and the aisles at Target and Costco, but at Friendsgiving, I know you guys have had them.
Yes, because there's a lot of transplants.
Yeah, I think that's so nice.
With transplants, you can't always go home or you don't have family, so you just have your friends over.
I think that's really nice.
Her friends were like, "What?"
I know they just kind of put the stop on it, didn't they? They weren't supportive about this. They knew about Victor cheating. Ellie is saying, "Gee, I wish I never would have said this to my friends. I wish I would have held back some of that information because now they're judging him again and judging me. He's not sacrificing anything," is what she's being told, and she's putting it all out there. She has got more to lose than him. He has certainly more to gain. Friends are very skeptical. We heard that word used a lot. He doesn't know her financials. She said, "I find that odd." Of course he knows your financials. He knows that he has none and you have a business and you'll be selling that business, so you'll have plenty. She pays for most everything. They asked her that. But sometimes he pays. See, they always kind of run up behind it, like, wait. Sometimes he does this. Well, he should be doing it more. She shouldn't be paying for everything.
Ronald. Okay, Ronald and Tiffany. Okay.
Yes, that's what it is. She sent him money, and one of her friends said, "Well, how much money are we talking?" "Well, it's just to fix up the house. It was only $5,000. Well, then they freaked out. $5,000? Well, yes, we need plumbing because they didn't have a bathroom. We need electricity, and she's leaving all
Need
this.
a room for his side piece that he's had a whole ass relationship with, but apparently once he left her, she had to leave the island. I don't believe that.
I know. She left the island. I think she just sleeps with the fishes. Serious, because it's a small, allegedly, it's a small little island. It's like a rock, she said, for size.
Ellie hired some people to take care of the job.
Take her out. They think she should do maybe a background check on Victor, which I think is an excellent idea. He's had a domestic violence charge against him that 9 years ago. They don't change, kids. They just don't change. So I don't care if it was 20 years ago. Run, and you stay next to your pizza oven. That will keep you warm. Victor won't. Victor won't.
Well, and that's the thing that's so interesting when she says, "Well, I spoke to his ex." Listen, his ex, who knows if she's still in fear of this man? Who knows where they're at? Who knows if maybe some of the money he's giving to her? We don't know the situation.
Right.
Follow your instinct that if this guy has a domestic abuse past and he cheated on you, and not just cheated on you, had a whole ass relationship with the lady and then denied it, and then said she sent you all the receipts, and then said it's her wily vagina ways. She put a spell on me. She's like, a witch. These are all not red flags. These are all stop signs. These are roadblocks. You should have to turn around and go back where you started. But she's not. This Ellie, I see that from this conversation, she's really, really lonely.
Terribly lonely. She said she's not finding this type of love where she's at right now, which is Seattle, Washington. He walked in. Here's his defense. He walked in the house, and his ex-girlfriend was there or something with her boyfriend in bed, and he lost it. And that's what the domestic assault came from.
So then if his argument, if it's like, I was emotional. So then Ellie, when she gets there, she can beat the crap out of you because she found out you were cheating.
It's just, oh my God. It makes sure. These two people do not belong together. She goes, "But I love him." I'm so sick of hearing this. Wake up, women. Why are we so stupid? Quit leading with your heart. Start thinking up here. Just look at him. He's got nothing to offer you. Nothing.
He's a cheater and a domestic abuse, and he won't cut his beard.
But
maybe that's her fetish. That's her kink. She likes a long beard.
Honey, I'm not sure what she should like, but he's not yet, because he's not bringing anything to the table for her. She loves him. We have a good time together. I can find you a lot of different people that you could have a good time with, and they're not going to cheat on you, and they're not going to abuse you. Mm-hmm. Ellie, you got to start thinking. The friends have a lot of concerns about her leaving, and she's starting to think this through. She needs reassurance from Victor that she should leave and move down there. So what does she do? She calls him. She does a little FaceTime. That's always good. And this is how idiotic it is. She goes, "I had a dream that your girlfriend that you were cheating with on me got pregnant and was having your child.
That's actually not far off from what could have or might have happened. So,
but it's a dream. He goes, it's a dream. I already said I was sorry for that. There's more. She feels that that he's her soulmate, and she's just taking a leap of faith. Oh, honey, that's not a leap of faith.
Honey, listen, your
No,
soulmate
that
doesn't
isn't.
do even one of these things.
No.
Chell's coming in the chat. Husband Chell saying, wait, she can't find a man who will cheat and take advantage of her in America? Exactly, Chell.
Hell yes.
They're American made here, okay? Buy American. No, I don't know. But seriously, she's going really far to get taken advantage of and cheated on. That's a far, but I would say though, in Ellie's defense, I would much rather get cheated on at the beach. It's a nice place to get cheated on if you have to be cheated on.
Well, that's true. He's right on the water. You're right.
He could be in the coldest, most like winter of Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin. It's freezing, and then you get cheated on, or you're at the beach. You have a little pina colada. If you like pina coladas and your boyfriend putting his ween in other women, then you will like living here. So maybe that's, I don't know. It's just a little nicer, the pain.
It is. You can swim through the pain. You're on an island. Just jump in, come on back. The sad thing about this is it is a small island. There is no place to hide from these hurricanes that are coming in. He told her that he's kind of put a stop to fixing the house, which he hasn't probably done anything to. He's just been pissing away that money.
He's been banging other chicks in it.
There you go. And usually he says it's a category 2 or 3 that they're saying. But the last time that she checked, it said a category 5 hurricane is going through. And she was very afraid because she couldn't get a hold of Victor. So
he got taken. Listen, here's going to be his excuse when he's caught cheating again, because he will cheat again.
Oh, yes.
Because he didn't take any accountability and, was making excuses and saying, the vagina magnet she tempted me. So what's going to happen is he's going to get caught cheating again. And he's going to be like, what the hell, Victor? And he's going to be like, it was a hurricane 5. The water swept me into her Virginia. I couldn't help it. I had nowhere to stay. She took advantage of me. She had a dam. It was what is that? Not a dam, but a tunnel of love. No, what's like something that you go
Whoosh.
in. I don't know.
Whoosh. From here to eternity with Deborah.
The hurricane.
I just think they're laying on the beach and can't help it. Here comes the hurracane.
No, the hurricane made him do it, Nana.
I know.
He thought he was going to die. He can't die without doing the sex.
That's right.
You can't.
That's right. People see that hot beard and they want him.
Yeah, the 5 different categories, Chell says, meant I had to find 5 ladies to sleep with.
Yes.
Because he's very superstitious. He was like, if I didn't do this, the hurricane would be a lot worse, because that's just, how I think. He's just looking out for the greater good, this guy.
Well, and she's not able to get a hold of him. So who knows, I mean, if, things fall on your house and stuff. A chubby island woman could have fallen on him and he can't get up. I mean, we don't know.
Are you and me
things.
the chubby island women?
Yes, we are. Honolulu, baby. Where'd you get that smile? Anyway, yes. So
Victor is floating in a bathtub, Patty and Austin says, with 2 ladies. Yeah, 2 ladies. Because he'll have another excuse. With just the 2 of us, we can't make it if we try. But if he's in the middle and he's kind of navigating, then you have the 2 on the end to balance it out. Otherwise, you'll sink. So God, this guy.
Oh my God, just the 2 of us. We can make it if we try. Oh, you are so good. I think we're done with them now. They wrapped up their little dinner. I don't know what they had for dessert. They never did show it. I always like to see the full meal. I thought I was back at Kathy Hilton's house with 4-course meal, but it wasn't. But it looked awful good. But they were serving.
This is 90 Day.
I get mixed up. I want to go back to Kathy Hilton's house.
But I did feel for her friends, because she had only told her one friend, and her other friends are like, excuse me now, what, Ellie? You okay? You okay? And Ellie's like, I think it's gonna be okay. He's, he's been arrested for domestic violence. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't really pay for stuff. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, I have to send him rent before I'm actually renting. Okay. Yeah, he cheated on me. And yeah, it was with a lady and they had a full relationship. And yeah, he said he didn't do it. And yeah, she had to
Yeah,
provide
what are you going to
receipts.
do? What are you going
Yeah,
to
he wasn't
do?
sorry at first. And yeah, he did say that it was her fault. So I don't know, you guys. I just believe in love. Do you ever just believe in love? Do you ever just believe in love? That's
Take
me.
that leap of faith. You go, Ellie. Oh, Ellie.
Walker
Silly
says,
girl.
Nana, you're off the Benadryl.
No, honey, I'm not. I'm
Oh,
not. I
she
only
just
did
took
one, though.
less.
I only did one because when I took two, you guys, I
don't
was
think you should
having these little rushes in my head. I'm not saying it wasn't fun. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy the other night, but I slept so hard. I mean, I was like out.
Yeah.
But anyway, feeling much
out.
better. Thank you.
You were
Now
out.
we are finally seeing these guys. You know, I kind of miss these because they only showed just a little bit about the relationship. So it's Armando, 32 from Mexico, and Kenneth, 58 from St. Petersburg, Florida.
Easy for you to say, Nana.
Nothing seems to be easy for me. Who are you kidding? I think they are.
Last season for the first time, and their story is interesting and tragic, and it seems like they have a real connection. I still don't love the age difference, but I'm gonna have to suck it up because it's not about me, it's about them, I guess. And the tragedy of him losing his wife, and then Kenneth moving his self and away from his kids and his grandson, I think, our granddaughter.
Yes, I think Kenny did a great disservice to his family leaving.
Oh, you do?
Oh yeah.
Even though but he's got to find love too and have his own life. His kids went off and married, and like if you were by yourself, I mean, I wouldn't like it if you moved away, but I would want you to, if you found someone you really loved, I'd be like, honey, get out right now.
The day wouldn't come. That just, and I can honestly say that wouldn't happen.
Because Nana says, I belong in Minnesota. Why would you live anywhere else?
It's a beautiful state. We're coming on to fall. I don't know. I'd like the change of seasons. We all say that until we're at 20 below and we're saying I have to get the hell out of here. Yeah. But I do. I love Minnesota. I just do. But I just think when Kenny was leaving and he was holding his grandson, it just broke my heart because they were so close. He was with them so much. He's got a lot of tears for leaving. I don't think he's being straight up with Armando, telling him that, hey, you know what? I'm terribly homesick. It's coming out. Well, we are seeing this because they're starting to plan their wedding, and Armando wants 100 to 150 people, just his side. No, wait a minute. Okay, so these are two men, Kenny and Armando. Kenny has 4 kids and a grandson, and Armando has 1 daughter that lives with him because his wife did pass. They were divorced. He came out. They were married for, I think, 8 years. Yeah. And then he came out to her and said, that he was gay. And he has talked to his parents about it. Mom and Dad aren't taking it very well. He never did tell Dad that he's engaged. He did tell Mom. Mom had the good sense, or whatever sense, not to say anything to Dad because I don't think the Dad would handle it very well. But I think it's time you tell the Dad. I think she needs to step up. And so does Armando. And just stand up and say, this is who I am and this is what I want to do with my life. So they're teaching. It's so cute because they were teaching him Spanish. They were teaching Kenneth Spanish with flashcards. It made me think of Chell.
When Chell teaches you Spanish.
Yes, I loved it. But when he really teaches me the real words and not the dirty stuff. So
we teach Nana the fake words.
Hola, Big Papi. Yeah, I'm bilingual. They're teaching Spanish.
What did
It's really cool.
When you went to Dominican, what did he say? Chell, put in the chat if you hear how to say hi to people or something.
It was horrible. He was just being so mean.
Teachers are nasty.
Nasty things. Something about
chinga tu madre, but I don't think that's what he was telling.
No, it was
I think it was like F your mom, he said.
Yeah, something like hola, F your mom. Okay.
No, it was like hola, chinga tu madre.
Yeah, really nice. Good thing. I mean, it's another country. I could have been locked up for good. So
well, we weren't going to let you go there. We just like.
Thank you. 3.5 years of long distance relationship these guys have had. But when he left his 4 kids and the grandson in Florida, it made me sad. It just made me sad. Oh, here, Chinga Miss Nalags. Chinga, what does that mean, Chell? Don't be, now you got me saying it.
I think it's something about F your butt cheeks. F my butt cheeks.
That's so nice. That's so nice to say. That's so nice to say.
F my butt.
I think as I'm walking down the beach going, hey, hola. F my butt cheeks. Okay.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I thought I liked this because
he did that to me when we first started dating too, because I took French in high school, and so I didn't know much Spanish. And I would be like, "Hey, we were in Vegas." And I'm like, "Just teach me some stuff." It was
Why didn't we learn that? Yeah,
I wish I could have picked Spanish, but I'm stupid. French is a beautiful language, but I would have used Spanish a lot more. But I just, you're 14, 13, you don't know. But yeah, so like Haru says, F the butts. And that's so he would teach me naughty stuff too. And I was like, is that really how you say that? And he's like, yeah, Joleen, gosh, that is how you say that. So I'm walking around saying all kinds of stuff.
Do we, you have a little thing up above 90 Day with Nana. Do we have about 129 people with us?
We do.
It's showing up now. And I never did before.
Wow.
Here, I'm thinking that was my blood pressure because it had a little heart next to it. So maybe I've always had this and I just didn't know where to look. Okay, look at that blood pressure go. Boom, boom,
27,
boom.
you just lost 2. But make sure you smash the like. All right, sorry, Nana. Keep going with your notes. You're killing it.
Let's see if we'll get any more back. F the butt. F the butt.
Chinga
F the butt.
Nope.
Chica tu madre. Okay. Nope. Oh, yeah. 133.
Chinga mis nalgas.
It works. It works. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Now we got it. Kenny, it went back a little bit and it showed Kenny proposing to Armando. I liked it. It was really cute. And how they were announcing his engagement to Armando's family. And it was very awkward and very quiet. And that's something that you guys probably saw season before, because that didn't happen this season, but they were just showing kind of a back story on them.
Talked to his parents.
Yes.
Yes, he did talk to his parents. He did tell them they did meet. And it's just something that I think, unfortunately, is going to take some time. It seems like with his dad, I mean, the mom was like, I just didn't tell him. I
know. I don't think they're not happy with it. Mm-hmm. But it's very sad because this is who they are. This is who people are, So what, you're not happy with it? Fake it. How's that? Fake it for your kid. Come on. So Kenny proposed, and it was so nice. It was just really cute how he did it on the beach. They are starting to plan their wedding, and then the pandemic held all this up because they started with planning, and then the pandemic happened. Panakuchen. So this held this up for a while. I laugh at Armando because he has a vision board. Now, if I was more of a organized person, I would have a vision board. I like how you put those things together.
You do have a vision board. I feel like all your hallway where you have all your favorite things, those are like the happiness you want to see. And then your laundry room too. Like you're very like collager. You just put it as your home decor, like all your favorite people and things. And things that spark joy. That's your vision board.
Do. Now, who has a poster? Who's a 66 and a half year old that has the Bad Seed poster framed in their living room? I know there are friends of mine that look at it like, really? And there are friends of mine that look at it like, that's cool. I don't care what people think. I absolutely love it. I love it. I love that kind of stuff. So they're starting to plan the wedding. So it is kind of cute. He walks in while he's cutting out this and with his daughter, and I can't remember the daughter's name, and I don't know why.
Hannah? I think it's Hannah, right?
Oh, it is Hannah. It is Hannah. Thank you. I see it right here. Or was he married to Hannah?
I think her name's Hannah. We'll go with Hannah.
Okay, I think that was his wife. Let's not. I don't know. But anyway, so he's putting all these little things on the board, and I think that would be a fun thing to do. I
You can
like
still
that kind
do
of
it,
thing.
Nana. Your life's not over. You can still have visions.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I still have visions and I still get bored. Okay.
Yep. There you go.
They're talking about the guest list. Oh, Armando, don't scare him off, honey. He's saying 100 people. They decided that they're going to get a wedding organizer. And what's really nice is the wedding organizers that they've gotten and met with, they are two gay men also.
Yes,
So
it's a big gay wedding.
I love that. I love that. So
Mhm.
Armando's dad, like I said, certainly doesn't know of the engagement yet. But when they meet with the wedding planner, Armando says, I like it big. And then they both giggle. Now, I think that's funny. I think that's funny when people can laugh at each other. You know, you say something like that. Well, I like it big. And then they both look at each other and laugh. Okay.
That's better than couples that are like, shut up, Gary. Shut up. I've heard that joke 52 times. Gosh, when are you going to choke on your own saliva? You know, so that's nice that
it is nice
that each other funny.
That's because they haven't been around each other long enough. The wedding planners seem very nice people. I did get a kick out of the one that said, he says, well, I'm thinking more like 50 people. And he looked at him like with poof, poof, like
that's
50 people. That's a barbecue.
But
what
really,
the hell?
for a lot of like small or a lot of towns in like Mexico, at least I know the town that Shell's mom is from, where they still have a home and they go back there a lot. And his sister has a home there, Michoacan, and it is like it's a celebration. The whole town shuts down, basically ventures out into the street. Like this is a big thing. So when Armando's explaining, like, oh, it's for the town, it's a big celebration, I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly how Shell's family is, and how big and beautiful the celebrations are. They include everybody in the town and everyone gets food and stuff. People show up, they don't even, you know, there's like, hey, thanks. So maybe that's true
so nice
for the area he's in as well.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
It seems really nice. Like, yeah, that's why Chel's nieces and nephews, they just love going to Mexico and they go there all the time. And they're like, oh my gosh, just like the street, like everything shuts down when there's like one church in this little town. And once you're there on Sunday, like everyone's at that church. And then everyone's outside at the park and, you know, the next after church. And when there's big celebrations like this, everyone's kind of included. So like Chelsea, people hang out. So it's not one of those American, like, I need to invite everyone I know and even people who aren't my friends so I can show off. It's just like, that's just how we do it culturally. I think, you know, everybody comes out. It's for everybody.
I like that. I really do.
Because you would see people rolling up, like Chel's uncle, I think, had a big, I forget which birthday there, and they hired like his favorite like mariachi band guys came out, like the street band, and then people who didn't even really know his uncle, but they were offered to come up and have whatever they were serving, whether it was carnitas or something like that, and they had it on video and people were just coming up and everyone was dancing in the street and it looked so fun.
That's so nice. I love that. Now that's a celebration. That's a wonderful celebation.
Yeah, you don't even know who's getting married. You're just like, oh, cool.
Okay.
And that's kind of what it should be, rather than this like, guest list only. It's like, no, like everyone, like we're celebrating, we're starting this new life. Come enjoy, have a little bit of food. Now, granted, I don't want any buttholes there, but I think once that becomes a tradition, like that people are used to that, they're not going to act up, or we got wedding crashers, you know, because ours are so exclusive, our weddings. Ooh. Yeah,
I got a huge kick out of Kenneth, the way he looks at things. He's very smart. Kenny, yes. Kenny said, do you have any vendors, asking the wedding planners, do you have any vendors that have said, no, I don't care to serve a gay couple? Have you run across that? You know, and me, well, certainly I wouldn't have thought to ask that. But they are so, they've had so much problems, you know, coming out and just being themselves.
They've had to face a lot of adversities
that they had to put up with. Yes.
Yeah, that's the stuff we don't have to worry about as like straight people, straight couples. We just remember that lady? Wasn't there a lady that refused to make a wedding cake for a gay couple? And then didn't we find out some more horrible things about her? Or she worked at like,
you know, it's like, come on. They are customers.
Don't you want money?
They're
Are you running a
customers.
business?
You are not supposed to be judge and jury about people's lives. You're supposed to make a damn cake or cupcakes or whatever it is. But the vendors
make
said,
your cake, pray about it later. Make your cake now, pray about it later.
There you go. There you go. Hello. Thank you.
Yes, child, that's
they
what
have
about. Indiana.
run into this quite a bit. The one gentleman told him, but he goes like this, like money
talks.
And he goes, and then Kenny goes, I'm not happy with that because I don't want those kind of people. But I guess you don't know that they're that kind of people until you get into it and hire them.
Yep, exactly.
And at that time, that money's, even if the money talks, Kenny doesn't want them there. So I thought this was good because I got to know a little bit more about Kenny and stuff. And Armando, and Armando's daughter is so darling. And
so
if we could,
cute.
if we can get somebody to tell us what her name is. I think the wife's name was Hannah.
Okay,
so
I'm
sorry.
Nana's not going to let this one go.
I really wanted to know because I did write Hannah up above, but was married to a woman, Hannah, for 8 years is how I have it written. So I'm thinking that is the wife. And they didn't say the daughter's name too often. Anyway, I didn't catch it. So, all right. And who should we be talking about next, honey? We just keep running through
it's
here.
Hannah. His daughter's name is Hannah.
Oh, it is the daughter. Oh, I did that wrong. Serious?
Yeah, I Googled it and everyone in the chat is like, yeah.
Oh, really? Who is the first one that said that in the chat? That's Hannah.
Atharella, I think, but I think it was even up above further. Nunya Business says, I'm LGBTQ. We have been denied hotel rooms and a wedding venue in America. That's disgusting, Nunya. That is horrible.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there's a whole areas where this is still, I mean, everyone's like, gay is in, it's trendy. People make jokes like, oh my God, I gotta be gay. It's like, no, you're still facing a ton of adversity and discrimination. And there's just so much hate still out there for people.
Oh my God. So, are we ever going to come to a spot in our lives where we just go, stop it? Stop it. I think
Nana out there going, stop it. Anytime you see a hate crime or you see someone being homophobic, here comes Nana. Stop it.
Just stop it.
Stop it.
It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I think if we knew, kind of like on the Superman movie, if we knew that a big meteor was going to touch down and just kill everybody on this earth in a half hour, maybe an hour, let's give us a week. In 1 week,
all those people who hate gays would want to have
sex. No, people would want to get along because they only have that week to get to heaven, if they believe that way. It would be different. It would feel like September 11th after that feeling of coming together and feeling like, okay, we're in this together.
Like a camaraderie, like we're
very much so
together.
Very
you need
much
like
so.
A tragedy, which they would see like you need like another Pearl Harbor, like that was in some political documents. Like, we need another Pearl Harbor to bring this
we need
country
something
together
to bring us together again.
But we don't need another tragedy like that. Like
no,
but I see what you're saying.
We're fighting over masks. We're fighting over, should I get the vaccine? Should I? Stop it. Stop it. We don't need to fight about this. It is not a political thing. It is a health issue. Okay?
Wait, Walker said, did you hear that? Wait, L. Ron Hubbard or Ronald L. Hubbard's coming back?
Well, if he
don't want either of them.
If he is, I hope he doesn't get a radio spot. Okay? All right. I'm not listening to him.
Chelsea's feeling of coming together.
Chell. Honey, it would have been funnier if you would have spelled it differently. But anyway, I'm not going to tell you how to be funny, Chell. I will never do that. And now let's go to Jenny. And thank you agreeing with me.
Yes. And Shan says, whenever we say stop it, when we're stopping a hate crime, instead of saying it like Nana, can we say it like Sammy from the Jersey? Ron, stop, Ron, stop. Oh my gosh, that was the most dysfunctional, abusive relationship I had to watch on.
Oh, Jersey Shore.
Yeah, Sam and Ron is just garbage, and they still have him on the show, and he is just a whole trash a whole trash person.
Who was a little short gal with dark hair?
Snooki.
Yes, Snooki. I was going to say, and had that cutesy
He's
name.
friends with one of your favorites. They're hanging out because I think they're on an MTV show together right now called like Adorableness. Tori Spelling, aka Donna Martin graduates.
You know, I saw something about that, and I thought, oh, Tori, I know you need the work. It's nice to see her working.
She's had some new surgeries, people are saying, you know.
Yeah, I don't.
There you go.
Not sure she should do anything more. You know,
She got the Kardashian package because it looks very Kardashian-esque.
Okay. And she's just so slim. And has she ever gotten these fixed? You know how that was that long valley down in the valley? You know, that valley kind of boob look?
I don't know if she ever got, I would assume she got her tots readjusted, going in for a tune-up. Yeah,
it wasn't good when she had them done. Well, honey, when she had them done, she has way too much money to get a botch job like that. You know,
yeah, that happens. Sometimes you get a little refund gap, you know.
Is that what it's called? Yeah.
That's what they call it. I think that's what the doctors call it. They're like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. I gave you a refund gap, my dear.
Oh, God. You know, I'd rather have that on the back end.
Well, she probably got money off. I don't know.
Not sure. Do you take a coupon? I got this coupon. So Jenny, or we say in Summit, that is his name, Summit. Summit's 33, Jenny 63. Summit's parents are dead set against him getting married.
They were dead. I was like, they're not. That's the problem. They're going to outlive Jenny. That's the problem.
I'm not there yet. Who's dead with Nana? They are dead set against him getting married to her. That's just not going to happen. And he is not going against his parents. So Jenny's back. Jenny's back in India. She was so mad from last week where she's throwing that plastic chair through the door. Her visa extension, she called on it. It was closed. And it wasn't extended and it wasn't approved. So someone wants her to calm down, and he follows her into the bedroom, and he's knocking at the door, and she goes, leave me alone, I don't want to talk. Leave me alone, I don't want to talk. He goes in there anyway. He says, you have to calm down. You have to calm down. You know, keep packing, Jenny. Keep packing. He'll pay for her flights back because she says, I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back. I'll pay for it. Well, why didn't he say that earlier? Why didn't he pay for it earlier? He is a sweet talker. Jenny, go back to America. He hasn't married you yet, and he's not going to. No. He's got these ideas about going to Nepal. Wasn't sure. I thought
Nepal, like
Nepal. That's what I thought. That isn't that something that they drop? Yeah. And yeah, it's not good. Okay, Nepal's borders are closed due to the pandemic. And he says, there's nothing I can do about that. But there is something he could have done. He could have gotten a sorry ass to get another passport because he lost his, or he said his ex's parents took it.
Ex-father-in-law stole it because he was lying. Remember, he started catfishing this woman, and he was in a whole other marriage. And then,
oh, Jenny, run, Jenny. So are you ready they go see an immigration attorney. And I thought, oh my gosh, he's going to talk her into something. Don't go to the immigration attorney with him, but she does. And the immigration attorney is saying, are you ready to give up your U.S. citizenship? She goes, no, I'm not ready to give that up. Good girl.
Because then she'd give up all her benefits and
everything,
like her retirement, all that stuff.
Everything.
Which is she's already given up so much.
Well, 4 or 5 different trips to India. Can you imagine what that costs?
And just the embarrassment and
every time
leading her on, and he's catfished her, and he keeps saying he'll get married, and he does it, and all the money and the life she gave up in her family, and probably all the money she's already taken out of her retirement and such. So,
and what their home looks like different. It's a different country.
I don't think it has anything to do with the country. I think they just aren't keeping it up.
Is that it? Okay.
When he went to the bedroom, there was lots of dishes in the sink. But maybe I was just imagining that.
No, I think I saw that too. I wasn't happy with that. Get those dishes done.
Do your dishes.
So then he asked her if she would like to be one of the people at the airports, like the Hare Krishnas.
Hare Krishnas, yeah.
And it's called ISCON. She could get one of those visas. she wouldn't have to talk anybody into being a Hare Krishna, but they just said it's a way around it where she could stay in the country.
I don't get it though. So she just
I don't
says she is,
either.
but she never has to do anything. She's like, that sounds suspect. And he's like, oh, I love Hare Krishna. Like, I hope you do. Oh, wow. And she was just like, she's constantly having to compromise everything about her. She's like, I'm not even religious, you know, to be with this man. There's a point where you're doing too much and he's not doing anything except for making these appointments for these guys to tell her some BS to keep her there for a little bit longer. So, and she's paying for the appointments, I'm sure.
Yes, right. And these guys aren't, like you said, they're telling her a bunch of BS. We know that. Allegedly, this stuff is not true. I've never heard of this ISKCON, ISCKON visa. Why didn't somebody tell that to her before when she's running back and forth? If she, in fact, doesn't have to do anything about it, doesn't have to talk anybody into it at the airport. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I don't think that these two are meant to be together. I hope they don't end up together.
It literally looks like she's his adult learning art teacher. Do you know what I mean?
Yes,
like he went back to classes and was like, I'm finally going to finish this. And she was like, hello, welcome to class. I'm, you know, I love, you know, all things painting with my fingers and feeling things out and have very large areolas. Like that's what it's giving me.
And droopy. Yes, me too. I'm getting that vibe too. And
nothing sexy about it.
No, as God is my witness, I know she's got her GED. Think for yourself. Just run back to America. Stay there. Stay there.
Walker is saying that his mom said that both parents would die if they got married. And I had is that exactly happened, is that at the same time, does that one every other day? How does that work? Okay, I don't know if I read that right.
I don't either. Let's do it again.
The man said both parents would die if they get married. Are they going to die at the same? Oh, I get it. At the same time, yeah.
Oh,
well, what if they did just drop dead? He'd be like, "I told you," you know.
Well, and then there you go. There's your freebie to go.
I feel like Jenny might be so far into this, she's going to have to kill the parents if she wants this to happen. She's going to have to. There have to be an accident. You know, we're kidding, but also don't be surprised if you see her on Dateline, because like people are saying in the chat, she's put so much into this relationship. I don't know if she can go back, and now someone might have to perish because of it, because Jenny wants this life. She wants this to be so true, despite it all being based on a lie from the beginning. It's
time she pulls herself up by the bootstraps,
by her art.
By her art supplies. I got your art supplies right here, buddy. And kick another white plastic chair out the door. And it's time to go. I mean,
his ass out the door.
Hare Krishna? Are you kidding me? Have you heard? Okay, never mind. Can't make fun of other people's religion. Except for this one. Except for this one. All right. Anyway, that's not. This one is really, this is bad. I mean, they're giving her a bunch of hope for nothing. She's not going to get married to this man. This man is not going to marry her because his parents
must be hard up for Hare Krishnas if they're just like, you can just come and do nothing. I just find that hard to believe that she wouldn't have to do something.
They couldn't find help at the state fair this year either. So real? So everybody is having trouble staffing their particular businesses. And I hate to say Hare Krishna is a business, but it's all a business.
Well, they're all. They just don't get, I mean.
Yeah, it's all a business.
But Julie says, then she'll end up on Love After Lockup. Or Susie says, yes, Susie.
Oh, gosh. I'm not watching that one. I know.
I've thought about getting into it, and like Busy watches it, I think.
Does he?
Yeah, and I just don't know. I don't know if my energy, like what am I talking about? You know, if I can take it.
No, you have plenty. An uncle.
I have lots of uncles who should be locked up and or were locked up. And Love After Lockup, mine was Hate After Lockup. That was my childhood. You know, I know lots of criminals. I'm related to lots of criminals. So, right now,
I wish I was Samantha. And I could do just like this. And It would take me to Greenblatt's right now, and I'd be sitting there with the ice cold glass of
Guess
milk
what?
and white coconut cream pie. What? Don't tell me you went there.
I have the worst news for you, and it's so sad. And then we'll go to the next couple.
Something happened at Greenblatt's.
They closed it because of the pandemic. That's where Chell and I got engaged. It's on Sunset. It's right next to the Laugh Factory. We went there all the time when we moved to LA. We'd go there after shows. We'd see other comedians there. We just wrote there. We were creative. It felt like we were really, that was like our Hollywood first place, you know, where we went to celebrate things and we went to eat our feelings, and then where he asked me to marry him, and it closed, and it's been around forever, Greenblatt's Deli, and we just found out like a week or so ago that
honey, we were just there. Okay, what's the other one then that's right in
that one closed too.
Did it?
Are you talking about the
deli? It's
oh, not Cantor's. Cantor's is still up as far as I know. You talking about Cantor's that's on Fairfax in LA?
It's no, not in LA. Oh. This one is what is it that it's got the windows all straight across. It's right on, I think it's right in Palm Springs, so farther down.
Oh, you're talking about Sherman's.
I'm talking about Sherman's.
Sherman's is great. Sherman's is thriving, killing it.
Good.
So Elderly and me and Chell love Sherman's.
I love Sherman's. Their people and their staff and waiters and waitresses have been there for a long time. And it's really fun to sit there. But I love Greenblatt's. I feel bad.
I feel bad too, because it was such our like restaurant that we loved as a couple, just like this deli. It was open at all times. I remember moving to LA and they had a turkey dinner on their menu, and I was, you know,
yes,
just young and thin and whatever, and I was, but not like LA thin, and it was 11 o'clock at night after. I was like, I'll order the turkey dinner, and I just remember them looking at me like, they brought it to me and they're like, do you want a box? I hadn't started yet. I go, no, I'll be okay. And I finished it, and then they were just like, this doesn't happen in Hollywood. This chick just ate a turkey dinner at 11 p.m. She's never gonna make it, you know. And maybe they were right, because so far not a household name, but have done some okay things. But anyways,
you've done some wonderful things. Don't do that Midwestern crap on me. Okay.
Oh, it all comes back. So yeah, I'm sorry, Nana, but it closed.
I'm sorry to hear that, because it was a very good restaurant. But let's get into Areola and what's his name.
Chronically, Brianna, thank you. Welcome to the Lean Team. Welcome to the Lean Team. Okay, Areola and what's his name?
And I called him Vinny, and I thought, isn't that funny? His name's Biniam, and they call him Vinny, but I got it mixed up. So Areola and Vinny, I'm going to get right to them really soon here. Okay.
Chell said, do you want to, remember when we were at Sherman's and you kept saying you wanted Chell to eat cabbage soup, and Chell's like, I didn't want any. He ordered his own thing. And this is where I get it from.
Cabbage soup. It wasn't, Chell, wasn't it good though? Did you finally eat it? It was
cabbage soup.
No, it was cabbage, rolled cabbage.
Okay. Anyways, it was gross. And
it was so good.
This is why I'm the way I am. I just go, Chell, you want to have this? No, thanks. You got to try this, because Nana was like, do you want to try my soup? No.
No, this was like, rolled cabbage. It was
putting it on his plate. She just does not. No, it was disgusting. And it was like boiled cabbage. And
yes, it's boiled cabbage. And it's so, oh my God, there's nothing better. Oh, it gives you a bit of the wind, but I'm telling you, it's so worth it. Okay, so let's go to Areola.
Happy birthday, almost legally, Leah. Yeah.
Oh, I just asked my family, what did she ask for? Coconut cream pie?
Yeah.
Oh, honey, that's so good. Oh my gosh. Legally, Leah, when will your birthday be? Is it coming
Saturday?
This next Saturday? Okay. Wow, that's awesome.
All right, sorry. Areola, and what's his face? What
is shady. Walker, you are right.
Sorry.
She is shady. Yep. There is something terribly wrong with this girl. She wants to play those age-old games of, can I make two guys love me? Can I get one jealous? Can one be, one's my husband and one's my ex-husband that really we never had a definitive breakup from. Now he's coming to where I'm living with my son, with my husband, and he's going to stay with us in our same house.
And I got to look pretty and wear heels and get my nails did. And
wearing a short dress?
What? And then she's like,
He's-
yeah, how did you feel? And then this uncomfortable, like, how did you feel when I broke up? She's definitely, you're right, Nana. She's immature. She's childish, getting married at 19, now only being 29, this being her second marriage. I feel like, you know, she's always been pretty selfish in that I just decided to go off and travel the world. Well, that's all fine and dandy Randy, but when you're married, you can't just leave. So then she's like, do you still want me? And then Benny is falling into the trap. The best thing you can do in this situation is kind of ice her out on this. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
don't play into the
any of it.
Yeah, and be like, we have to hit up marriage therapy ASAP, because clearly something's going on. Once you're done with your ex, you're done with your ex. And if you got kids or something, maybe you got to have a relationship.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do.
This is just stupid.
This is just silliness. He comes with a suitcase and staying with them and has presents for her, which is ridiculous. They're opening up the presents. He bought her 2 black bras. Oh, my girlfriend picked him out, though. Oh, he's got a girlfriend.
What
and his girlfriend is okay with this?
Shit is this?
Yeah,
this is polyamorous.
Oh, so. I hate it. I hate it. And this poor guy, I mean, wake up, grow a pair. Tell him to get out of your house. He doesn't belong in your house. I don't care if she invited him. He does not belong in your house.
Martial arts him out.
He goes to the baby. The baby comes to him. Oh, look how fat the baby's arm is, you know, and bouncing the baby and stuff. And she says, that could have been yours.
It's so inappropriate and so gross.
I just
feel like she's just like she's giving me spoiled brat vibes. My husband says, hey, Joe, I'm going to travel the world. I need a break. All right. Well, the locks will be changed once you come back, sir.
Good luck.
Also, the tires are slashed because that's how I play. I don't play break and come back. I did that once upon a time. I dated a guy who was like, I need to go travel to Europe by myself. And I was like, okay, I'm so progressive. And then I was like, oh, I think he was getting some Belgium vagina, you know.
Chill, I wouldn't do that if I were you. You're not going to have Unstoppables to smell anymore. It's all going to be out in the driveway. Okay.
He knows me so well. Put the knife down, Joleen. Yeah, there's just something wrong here. Ari's trifling. Like, this is just this kind of behavior to your husband who seems to love you. Like, again, I don't know a ton about this couple yet.
I don't either.
They were on last season. But again, Nan and I aren't big The Other Way watchers, and we're just getting into this world of 90 Day The Other Way. But I feel like he really loves her and likes her. And she's just playing, like you said, this childish baby game that we see with some of these adults. Sometimes even Angela and Michael, how she's like, I love to make him jealous. Speaking of which, Angela went to someone sent me a link. She went live with one of the bloggers. And
she did. Okay.
Well, from a JoJo Siwa event, and allegedly she was like, and was like, hey, JoJo, got it. And then the kids are running around. I don't know. I only watched a little of it. I have to watch the whole thing because I think me and Busy are going to parody it. But I was like, and she wore a JoJo Siwa bow, and I was like, girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. So justice for JoJo Siwa, because I don't think she knew what she was getting into.
Honey,
when she had these people.
Why do you have to be nice to them? Dear God. Well, be nice to the kids, but not.
Damn God. I love a JoJo MF and JoJo Siwa. Yeah. And then I guess she was like swearing. I got to watch the whole thing, but was talking shit about like Andre and stuff like that, like cast members while at the JoJo Siwa event. And you're like,
oh, please.
Okay, Mima. Maybe it might be time to hit up a rehab, Mima, huh? Like,
yeah.
Gross.
Oh, God, you think? Uh-huh.
Oh, Angela. Tim. Oh, yeah, and Tim Bots, who's the guy that we parody. JY, and we have our own character, Tim Bots, commented on an article on People Magazine, like in their comments, and was like, oh, my God, people were sharing this on Reddit. It was like,
oh, my God.
Hey, if you wanted to see, I was at the JoJo Siwa thing. It's like, sir, you were in your living room and you had drunk Angela holding a phone up. You know, like it's an exclusive. Nana, you don't need to know about these blogger streets. These exclusives, whew, let me tell you.
No, it scares me.
It's just stay out of it. Oh, sorry, not Andrea. Oh, like Cheryl's Andrea?
Oh.
Oh no! Oh wow! JoJo looked scared. Her girlfriend was there.
Yes, that's too bad because I was seeing just a little bit of this, and I wasn't sure why. Yeah,
It
why
showed up in your
Angie was
suggestions.
there. Well, I'm trying to think where I would have seen it. And you know how you just go through and you click on things from YouTube?
Maybe you're getting recommended stuff now because you hang with me. Oh no, I'm a bad influence. Nana, don't click. If you see the JY,
Okay.
careful. I mean,
Oh,
anyone
okay.
else can go view him. I don't want to stop views. I'm not trying to do
Oh,
that. I
okay.
just want my mom. Protect your energy, girl. You will fall into that hole. You
Oh, I
won't like
don't.
it, Nana. You won't
I don't
like it.
want to
You
fall
don't like
into
creepy
the.
stuff. You
I
don't
don't
like creepy
want
stuff.
to fall into the abyss. Everything
No.
should be like Andy and Mayberry. So let's.
This is not. This is
Andy
like
and
cops.
Mayberry. Oh no.
Cops gone wrong. It's cops.
Oh, they had.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Live PD, but not when it was fun. You know, no, it's not
They
good.
had marathon cops the last couple of days. They also had marathon Mary Tyler Moore
See,
because of
that's
Ed
nicer.
Asner. That's very nice. So
Very
when we look
nice.
at these two, he seems like he's crazy about her, but I kind of think because he's with her, he's just crazy. Okay, I really do. She is. Who is she to try to play two guys against each other for her? I just she's got a
That's
big opinion
with
of herself.
mommy and daddy allegedly paying their bills, or maybe not even
Yeah.
allegedly. It's like she feels so like, oh my God, she's childish, she's immature, and she is not treating her husband with respect, and he's
No.
not putting his foot down. And being like, you should respect me. We're a couple. I wouldn't do this to you. And she's that type of woman who would hate it if it was done to her, but she can do it to him. And
Yeah,
that's not how relationships work.
Don't bring in your ex. Tell him to go home. Grab the presents that he gave you. Give him the bras back, unless they're really nice, but they looked somewhat cheap. So I wouldn't.
Because they were like in a pack. Like, you know how if you get like a bra from TJ Maxx, you can get like two connected together. God, I feel like TJ Maxx should now be our sponsor as well. Yes, and with the fingernails, like Chronically Brianna's saying. So she noticed that two of her fingernails broke off, but she forgot to wear her ring. Nana, what did you think of that?
She left it in the shower. He ran back and got it. He was not happy that she didn't have that ring on, and they were going to go pick him up, her ex, at the hotel. He had to stay there for, I wonder how long he had to be there.
Probably quarantine to make sure.
Was it?
COVID? Yeah,
okay.
Just to be safe. Yeah.
Okay. So there he is. I mean, he looks like a doofus. He does.
Chelsea says, here are the bras I bought you. Don't worry. I smelled them. I licked the cups. It was just so.
It was creepy.
It's creepy. It's everything that you wouldn't want to happen. I feel like they did this to him so on purpose.
So bad for him. I want his sisters to come in and meet this Joker and give him the what for and give him the bums rush out of there.
Yeah.
You know what the bums rush is?
No.
Well, you hit the door. You know, bums used to come. That's what they'd call them. Hobos, bums, knock at the door, ask for money.
We can't say that anymore. We don't.
That's what they used to happen. You
back
can't.
In the day.
Certainly, I'm still of that feeling of you can't rewrite history. You can talk about history. So in the future, we don't repeat those terrible things.
Got it. Love you, Nana.
Okay,
Lacey
love
says,
you.
and the ring was less than $1. I mean, what did he say? That ring was less than $100, I thought? Or it was $1?
He said something about, it could even be made of grass and you shouldn't be wearing it. What? I don't understand. Okay.
I feel like he's speaking because it's the sentiment behind it, you know, because for one, I don't wear the ring that Chell and I got, because I asked him if it was okay once you gave me Grandma Francis's ring, if I could wear my great grandma's ring instead. Yeah. And Chell said, I think that's beautiful because I feel like I always have a piece of her with me. And one day
absolutely
I might build it up.
I think you should have it built up because it's gotten so thin throughout the years.
I think all the things she did and I just feel like so, I don't know. I'm just so happy you gave this to me because I just love her so much. And I'm glad I got her in my life for 13 years at least. And you had her in your life for, 30 some. So I just feel like a part of her. And we weren't really big on our rings either. We got our rings from Kohl's, but Chell's ring was not expensive at all. But he loves it because I go, let's get you a new ring. And he says, now I like my ring. And his ring is too big for him. I think his ring was like $100 with Kohl's cash for real.
Oh, that's what Dad's was.
But the sentiment is like
$17.
$17.
turned
you guys
his
just
finger
had
green.
silver bands.
But I had a nice silver band, but it fits my pinky now. I was very small when I got married. Wow.
Weren't we all? But yeah, so I just like this, and he was like, but I did ask him because I know it's like a sentimental thing. I was like, would you mind?
Oh, yes.
And he
oh
was like,
my
of
gosh,
course
yes.
I wouldn't mind. Like, that's, if that makes you feel close to your grandma, like, that's amazing, you know.
I feel bad that, I think it was during the clarinet years when I sold your clarinet. But I had my class ring for the gold. I should have hung on to it, and I didn't.
Yeah, you can have rings, I think, built up. You can have them like,
but I didn't. I mean, I brought it in and
No.
they melted it, you know, for the gold.
The clarinet?
No, the class ring. Kellogg, class of 72.
Susie says, I don't wear my ring anymore either. My husband and I got tattoos of each other's names on our ring finger. Welcome to 20. I would be so open to doing that if I made it 25, 30 years, which we better, Chell. But I know Chell wouldn't. He's not a tattoo person.
Oh, I would like that. That would be nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true, chronically, Brianna. The math of her marriage doesn't add up. She got married at 19 and was married for 10 years and is currently 29. Is she saying she was with him for 10 years? But she says married, but does she mean she was just with him?
Well, she said married for 10 years on the show. She said married for 10. Mm. That doesn't add up because there had to be a crossover from the time. Well, she said they didn't really have an ending. Who broke up with who? There wasn't an ending to this.
Just like, I'm traveling, and then she met Benny. So there's crossover then for sure. There is cheating crossover. Yep.
I think so too.
Says she's probably still married or was still married. Yep.
Oh my God, that wouldn't surprise me.
Probably why they haven't gotten married is because she's still freaking married to that guy and still in love with him. And as Master of Blackjack says, it all feels super staged. It did with the bras and it just everything to make this guy uncomfortable. Gotta get my nails done. Oh, she never wears heels. Now she does. You know, here comes Leroy, the ex, whatever his name is, you know.
Oh, you said Leroy. Oh my goodness. I was been trying all day long to try to figure out my old boss from Dairyland Insurance, what her husband's name was.
Was it Leroy?
Yes. You said it, and I just went.
We manifested that shit, Nana. My husband says if I died, Joleen would die for a little bit to try to find me and bring me back to earth. Like you, MFer, you ain't leaving until I decide. Exactly. I will go. My husband knows I will go. I will even go to the other side. I will transition to the other side and go, Chell, I didn't say it was okay to die. And then I'll try to grab him back and we'll see what happens. So it's also very clear that Areola still loves Benny.
That she still loves him.
Yeah.
And that's disgusting. You do not bring this guy into your home to meet your new husband, to meet, are they engaged?
They're engaged.
Sorry, they're engaged. To meet your soon-to-be, I keep calling it husband. Yeah. Soon-to-be, and then their child. Stop it. You don't do that. And what gives him the right? What gives him the right to think that he can come in and just stay at their home?
He was like, yeah, my girlfriend's cool with it. Your girlfriend's cool with it. He's cool with it. Let me hold your baby. And then he's like, give me that baby back. And you're practicing to be a stepdad. Like, it's just a little creepy.
You can't be good friends. Otherwise, you should still be together. Okay?
Exactly. Grow up.
So that just didn't make sense.
And hate each other like you're supposed to, or just think,
that's right.
Dust. Pay your ex's dust. Or I don't know. If some people I'm sure are mature and can stay married, but this chick, not mature, because she was saying wasn't mature. Mature not at all. Let's talk about our favorites.
So let's wave goodbye to them. So we're talking about Evelyn from Ecuador and Corey. Corey, I can't afford to give you a wedding, but I want to marry you so bad. Okay. So Evelyn and Corey, 26,000 to 50,000 for a wedding. Call it a day. Call it a day. They too went to see their wedding planner, but their meeting, they first met with the wedding planner. Her her sister is still against him. What is her name? Leslie with an L-Y. I like that name. Evelyn wants an amazing wedding. She just, first of all, she never wanted to get married. Now all of a sudden, I want an amazing wedding. Hopefully it's not too expensive, he says. The man pays for the wedding in Ecuador. And he just went, dun, dun, dun. He doesn't have the money. He's still on thin ice since she found out about the girl in Peru. He is a cheater. You should just...
Nana, no, he couldn't get hard. So technically he didn't cheat because he couldn't get a boner. She didn't do it for him. Yeah, Nana probably doesn't like this. Master Blackjack saying $50K for a wedding and they can't patch the stucco on the side of their house. Nana would not be okay with that. She would be like, get the home stuff done first. Get
the home stuff. You don't need all this rah, rah, rah. I'm getting married, you know. They are gross. I like the idea that they're going ahead and they purchased some property. It's right on the, would be the ocean, right on the ocean.
Right and on the big lake, we call it.
Get your gumi. And then, so they're on the ocean, which is, I don't know what that would cost, but they wanted their wedding there. That wedding planner looks around and says, oh no, we need a structure. You know, so she was not about this at all.
Are they going to pee in the sand? I mean,
well, that's just it. She says we need running water. We need toilet facilities. They wanted a beachside wedding and they thought, why not? Because we own this property. Well, they're telling them why not? 26 to 50,000, ridiculous. He said, my brother got married in the States and it cost $5,000. Oh,
no,
yeah. You had a kegger out in the woods that cost $5,000. That's what you had.
No, for real. I mean, you can like elope maybe for that much. 5,000, you ain't getting much for this wedding because I eloped and it still was probably like with pictures, even though my mother-in-law showed up and paid for that.
That was very nice.
Ceremony and a dress and all that. It was still probably like $2-3K, I don't know. So with going to Vegas and hotel and stuff, dinner after. So no, sir, your brother lied to you. And like Nana said, you were doing if you're doing keg stands at the wedding, it probably wasn't an expensive wedding.
Probably cost 5 G's. And if you can't afford the 16-ounce red Solo cups and you had to go with the 6-ounce, the mouthwash kind, yes, maybe you got married in Wisconsin or Minnesota. Okay.
Legally Leah says, my sister's wedding was $50K. They lived in my parents' house with their 2 kids until they divorced 4 years later. Exactly. Unfortunately.
Oh, honey.
As old as time.
What?
50K. I have friends who 50K. But I had a friend who, beautiful wedding. The good thing is her and her husband were able to pay for it right out.
I know who you're talking about. And it was the most fabulous wedding. Yes. Fabulous wedding.
If you can afford it and that's what you want, more power to you. But the people that end up putting it on all this credit and then they don't pay it back and you're paying all this high interest, it's not worth it. And Kemi, it's okay that you're late. And happy birthday, Kemi. We love you.
Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday, honey.
The week of 2 of our favorites, Legally Leah and Kemi. So happy birthday,
isn't that
ladies.
Something? That is. It's huge.
Virgo season, right?
It's
still Virgo season. Yep.
September. Yeah, Virgo. That goes in through.
Miranda's a Virgo. Virgos
the 22nd of September. I forget now.
Jake is a Virgo.
Yes, I just saw that it was Jake's birthday. I put a little note in there. Happy birthday, Jake. On Facebook. Yeah, I find this couple hard to take because I think she's a very strong woman and I think she should follow down that path and quit saying, I want this amazing wedding. I want this. I want that. You can see he's sweating bullets. He cannot afford this. He's hemming. He's hawing. He just doesn't know what to do. Can you help with the wedding? Oh, no, in Ecuador, we don't do that. You pay for everything. And yes, every culture, every kind of religion, everybody's got their own way that it's done. In my day, the wife's parents paid for it, but we tried to help too because my parents didn't have that. It just so hit that my folks had been married because we got married on the same day as my folks, only different years apart, 25 years apart. That the day of my wedding, they had just paid off their home. So they had a 25-year loan on there. So my mom says that was perfect timing for her because otherwise, you know,
she might not have been able to put as much money into it.
couldn't have, right. We wouldn't have had two choices of meat. I mean,
Wow,
what kind of wedding
fancy.
is that? Okay. Anyway.
Fancy Nana. Well, I feel like this season, a lot of these women are very immature, like Evelyn, because as
Yes.
I think it was DJ Nashville pointing out, she's like, I just want to make my friends jealous. Who wants to make their friends jealous? That's your friends.
That's your friends. You should be just celebrating with them, not trying to make them jealous. Quit trying to make these guys jealous. Look at those guys and then go look at yourself in the mirror. Honey, he should be thanking God that he found you. Are you kidding?
That's
look
what
in
she's
the
hoping
mirror
now.
and then go look at, I'm saying it's not all looks, but he's got too many secrets too. Corey does. He's got too many secrets and he just doesn't have enough money for her.
No, and she hates him, just as Bossy Wiener is saying. I love that your name is Bossy Wiener.
I like that, Bossy Wiener. Hello, Bossy Wiener. We like that name.
God,
like that name
hilarious.
A lot. So poor Corey's freaking out about the cost of the wedding. And his brother, okay, good luck. Go back home. Take her back home then. Have that $5,000 wedding. And we'll see how that works out for you too. Okay, because your family seems very nice, Evelyn. Your mom and dad and your little sister Leslie is a hoot because she sees through Corey, and so you should take her advice and stay away from that cheater. So anyway,
ooh, look at all the birthdays today. All the Virgo musicians. Macy Gray, Foxy Brown, Cece Peniston, Idris Elba, etc. Wow. Kemi, you share your birthday with you, who is fantastic. And all of these other fantastic people. Do you know who Macy Gray is, Nana?
No, I knew Dobie Gray, but not Macy.
This is gonna indicate one of our favorite segments of the show, if I can ever find it, and it's Ask Nana. Yes, good job, Nana. Good
Thanks.
Job.
Ooh,
So proud
I'm ready for Jeopardy. Okay, Joleen, what is a pussy?
And if you guys don't know, that picture in the TV is Nana's high school graduation picture.
It does. It is. I didn't have
still a hottie after all these years.
I'm telling you, I did not have contacts. I couldn't get those things in my eye. I did wear contacts at my wedding, and I think that's about the last time I ever tried to wear them. But anyway,
I didn't like contacts either. Okay, do you know any of the songs by any of these people? Can you like Macy Gray, Foxy Brown?
No. Not a one. Not a one. That Foxy Brown sounded familiar to me.
But she was one of my favorites in the high school. So she came up with like, we're around the same time as like Lil' Kim, but she was chilling with Jay-Z while Lil' Kim was chilling with Biggie. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember Cece Peniston because I remember. So, okay. So Macy Gray, do you remember the song? I try to say goodbye and I choke. I try to walk away and I stumble. Though I try to hide it, it's clear. My world crumbles when you are not there. No, she's a lot better.
Okay? No, I'm sorry. I don't know that one.
Real popular in the 90s. Then you have Cece Peniston was like, finally, it has happened to me right front of my face, and I just cannot hide it. Meeting Mr. Right, the man of my dreams, the one who showed me true love, or at least it seems, with brown cocoa skin and curly black hair. No, okay. Foxy Brown, straight at the gate, y'all. We drop hits. Tell me, how nasty can you get? All the way from the hood to your neck of the woods. It's ripped. One thing's for sure. I'll be missing you.
No.
So we just learned something. And Idris Elba, I just thought Idris Elba acted. I feel so stupid.
Now, are these are musicians that are born in this month?
Today.
Oh, today.
I know Idris Elba was a musician. I just know him as an actor. Maybe he just
Idris Elba is a gentleman.
Oh, Nana. You don't know who Idris Elba is?
No,
Let me introduce you to Handsome Man Alert. Handsome.
All right. I like that.
Alert. Oh, I don't want to take this off the screen. So I'm just going to put the picture up and you're going to go. I know you. You're going to get your granny panties ready, Nana.
Oh, hello.
Handsome Man Alert.
Oh, is Elba he ever? Oh my God. And this is Idris Elba. Oh,
talented actor. I mean, look at this sexy man. Look at here. Ready?
unbelievable.
Nana. That's my type. That's Nana's type. That's Nana's
Oh,
type.
he's beautiful. Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
Oh
yeah.
my
All right.
gosh.
Well, Nana learned about Macy Gray, Cece Peniston, Foxy Brown, and Idris Elba. We are all.
So much
Idris
to
is like,
do.
what a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. You know who sings that? Yes, he is. Okay, we'll move on.
No, but I don't know who sings that. Who
Oops,
sings
I
that?
just accidentally.
It's so good.
Siri got into the conversation. Was like, I'm listening, and I'm like, I'm not talking to you.
I'm not
And right now, I have
talking
a
to you.
male. I have a male, like a man's Siri voice, so it's a little
How did
weird.
you get that?
I don't know. Sometimes when I say stuff, they think I'm talking to.
Well, sometimes I'll say something just on the phone and she'll.
Idris is a DJ too. God, I'm not cool.
Tracy, he is hot as hot as hot. Okay.
Tessa
So
would wear Nana merch. Nana, was you thinking about Pam Grier as Foxy Brown?
Yes. Now,
Actress
and
wise.
what show? Yeah, what show was that? It was like, it was a detective show of some sorts. Foxy Brown.
Well, I'm sure it'll go.
It'll come up.
Linda says Billy D on steroids. Billy D.
Linda,
steroids.
I love Billy D. Oh my God, he's so hot, and he always has been. Oh my God.
Salt and pepper.
Oh.
What a man, what a man. Or Slat and Peppa, as Jamie likes to call them. Slat and Peppa. Yes.
So, was that really Salt and Pepper? And Peppa? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Billy D.
My man gives you good love and his voice got bass. A body like Arnold with a Denzel face. I think that's what it is. He's smart like a doctor with a real good rep. And when he comes home, he's relaxed with pep. Okay, nobody wants to hear me.
I do.
My childhood.
I do. I like living.
Hey.
I like reliving mine.
So back to these two setups.
I think
that's about it.
Yeah. I think we got them. We got their numbers.
We got next? God. Save the best for last. Save the creepiest for last. We learned so much about this couple, and I learned too much. And I learned that Steven's kind of a bunghole.
Didn't you think he was before, or you were trying to like him, weren't you?
I know, I was trying to give him a chance because he seemed weird, and I'm always like, oh, I want to give, I like quirky and weird. But now he's got these rules. I'm not here for you're 5 years older than this child you're dating. She looks like a child, okay? And you have broken all your rules, but she has to keep all these rules. And you're asking if you can date other people, Steven.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Out with female friends and go on dates.
What did you say?
She has to learn Book of Mormon and read it, and she has to change her whole life and disappoint her mom so that you can go on other dates with chicks. Goodbye, Steven. Go fart in the corner by yourself. Go waft your farts somewhere else.
Goodbye, Steven the Mormon. They're moving to Turkey. He's moving to Turkey in 3 days because they figured that Turkey is a safe zone that they can both be at during the pandemic. He wants to go to Russia, but Turkey would be the first stop. He's picking up his final paycheck from the bug place. He was an exterminator, and it appears that maybe he made some good money. At least
I love how his boss told him. You sure you want to give up your dream? I don't know many 25-year-old dudes who are like, my dream is to sell extermination door to door.
Honey, he thinks they have souls, these bugs, and he doesn't want to kill anything. He doesn't want to kill these. They carried
their dead back to the house to eat, sir, to eat them. I don't know what ants do that, but ants are very smart and they're hardworking, and lots of props for ants. Kind of everything Steven isn't, hardworking, reliable, gonna take care of you.
Chronically, Brianna's saying Steven's most definitely an organ harvester because that's
Mama Elena is right on the nose. This dude looks like
right
someone
on the nose is right.
Who not only there's a new season right now. I know you hate the stand of American Horror Story, and they have this people take this drug and it makes them, if you're really creative, it makes you the superstar creative, and if you're not really creative, you don't really have it in you to be great at your art form, it turns you into basically like a walk around zombie. Like it just turns you into crap. and you look, they're all pale. And
Wow.
you're like, "Ah." And then, but the takeaway is, so you take this little pill. It's like a blood pill, and
Okay.
so there's a guy that the main character, he's a writer. He's a TV writer. He's got to get that next pilot done, and he just can't write. So he goes to the small town. He sees these other two very famous writers, and they're like, try this pill. But there's always a price to pay. And the price to pay this season is you become a bloodsucker. You have to survive off other people's blood. You need so much blood. So you're almost like a vampire, but you can still go outside during the day.
Is this real?
This is American Horror Story, the new season double feature. I'm loving it.
Okay.
So Steven looks like what happens to the people who take the pill and have no talent. They turn into these walking pale zombies, like, and they chase you. So yeah, that took a long time to get to that, but he just reminds me of someone from American Horror Story. Also, I wish you watched American Horror Story because I want to talk about it, but I have no one to talk about it with. I know I can just come on here and talk to you guys about it, but
I'm so sorry, but I'm so busy. I have lots of things to do.
Don't you want to watch like blood sucking? And it's all these different draws to like Hollywood and, you know, the entertainment business. And what are you willing to do to be great? Macaulay Culkin's in this season, and he's fantastic. Sarah Paulson, who premieres tomorrow night in the Monica Lewinsky story, the show by Ryan Murphy. You have, I mean, sorry, I'll stop selling it.
It's all right. It's all right. I know you love that kind of stuff. But
I love it.
Linda sent me a thing saying, doesn't this look good? Let's go, want to go see this. And I sent something back to her, and then we forgot to talk about it again. But Respect, that movie.
Oh, Aretha. Yeah.
I would love to see that. That looks very good.
Very different than American Horror Story, man.
I know, but we're talking about new things that I would see. Well, I will watch Aretha Franklin in Respect. I will not watch American Horror Story. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's okay. Chell won't watch it.
That's okay. Good, Chell. I mean, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say good, but
Morris says if there's a vampire, that's true, Morris, except for Vampire Diaries. I never really got into that, but I had friends that got into it.
Morris, you like that stuff too? Oh,
no,
honey.
I think he's just saying, Joleen Lunzer. If there's a vampire in it, sign me up. He's not saying he does that. He's saying I do that because I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah, no, I'm all for the bloodsuckers, you know. And Morris says, no, Nan, I'm with you. We busy. We busy. We don't have time.
I'm sorry. I really don't have time. And I love Bonnie Lofgren saying we grew up with channels 4, 5, 9, and 11. Yes, and that's what we did. And on the little portable set we had, my mom and dad, I would always have to take this. It wasn't a screwdriver. It is a wrench. Yeah, it's a pliers.
Yeah, pliers.
And we'd have to turn the channel because the knob would always fall off. So anyway, class acts, every one of us. So let's talk about Stephen the Mormon. He wants to have a hug with his boss, and his boss says, no, that's okay. I'm good. Okay. He says, well, should we hug now? Because he was saying such nice things about him. Don't leave. We don't think you're doing the right thing. We're worried about you. And then Stephen goes, should we hug? No. Okay. I like, is it Alina? This,
I don't know.
Whatever. Alina,
yeah. We'll learn as we go. We're only in episode 2. We're still learning names here.
She likes the body art, and she's very good at it. Mm-hmm. If she's the one doing that, like starry nights on her chest and all these red roses, I could have told you, Vincent, this chest was never meant for one as beautiful as you.
One is hypocritical as Stephen.
They met at Language Learning app. She's having borscht with her grandma and her mother. They're both telling her she's crazy to do this. They've met him, but they haven't had enough time to decide if he's any good for her. She's very young. He's a Mormon. They feel that she's in danger. They sell people. He wants her to read the Book of Mormon.
They sell people's organs.
They don't
allegedly
know each other enough. And I agree with Grandma and I agree with Mom. Get to know this guy a little bit better. Then we see a couple of her girlfriends hanging out with her, and she starts telling them about the weird things that he's saying lately, being he wants to have a girlfriend. He has a female friend that he talks to, but he wants to know if he can date other people. Well, then she starts to cry. And her girlfriends are saying, no, do not leave with this man. He does not have your best interests at heart. How can he tell you he loves you and then in the next breath ask if he can date? Who hasn't heard that old story before?
I mean, the girlfriends again are just like, you realize like we're young and we can do what we want. You don't have to sell yourself away to this guy.
Right.
And they don't even get to have, they're like, so you're gonna have sex? And she's like, no, we're gonna wait because it's sacred. It's not sacred. Steven's already been sticking it in. It's just not you, Alina. He's been sticking it in and then lying to the Book of Mormon. So I don't know why Steven's so forgiven, but Alina can't even, she can't even stay in the same hotel with him. She's not the problem. Steven's the problem. So repent on your own, sir, and then be able to hang out with the woman that moved to a completely different country for you. I mean, and can you imagine him having sex? It just is like
no. One of my favorites is when these young girls get together and what they're going to do. They think this is a great idea is set him up with a flirtatious girl, see if he takes the bait.
Do it.
Oh,
just like Master Blackjack says, the gal pals have potential. They're developing content for us to enjoy and Steven to mess up. Set him up. Set him up. This is the age you do that. When you're 20, when you're a teenager, for sure. Not when you're 29, you got a baby. You've already been married once. Not Angela. When you've got an iron lung, you're old enough to get an iron lung. You can't. If you're old enough to get an iron lung, you can't play mind games and relationship games with your spouse or significant other. But Alina is young. Her girlfriends are young. They're teenagers. Their brains aren't even fully developed. I don't think your brain fully develops until like you're 23 or 25 or some shit.
I think it happens at 68.
Yes, I think you're almost there. But I'm here for the girlfriends just looking like, what? He's
I love the girlfriends. I love
can't even touch his wiener.
Yeah.
Like we're 20.
Sorry.
That's what we want to do is touch wieners. But Steven's just like, I gotta tell her soon that I've had people touch my wiener. And it's like,
did honey, you, in Steven? The 20s, that could be a full-time job. Like Chris Rock, get a full-time job holding wieners. Okay, holding dicks. All right.
Whatever you do, get paid to do it.
Get paid to do it. There you go. So Steve's talking to one of his female friends. He tells her this. She's not happy with him right now. She is not happy at all. Nobody should.
He talked to his female friend?
He did.
This episode?
Yeah, he said, yes, he says he's talking to one of his female friends. We don't see it happening. He's telling her that he did, and she is not happy with it. And I don't know. I mean, if they're that far apart, should he have a female friend? I think he could have any friends he wants. You're supposed to be able to trust him, but he isn't a trustworthy type. So I guess my answer would be no.
Because he said he wants to date people. So it'd be different. If it was like, just my friend. Yeah. But he said he wants to date other females. So it's like, I guess you lost your privilege of having lady friends because really you just have ladies that you want to hump. Because you put the Book of Mormon on your bed and you humped it out and now you're back going, sorry. And then you're like, got to do it again. Sorry. But Alina, she's got to stay home, piss off her grandma and her mom, scare the crap out of them. Can't touch his wiener, can't touch someone else's wiener, even though he's out there just letting people touch his dong schlong. So I don't know.
I know. And can you imagine his to be very big? I can't. So Stephen he's supposed to be leaving tomorrow. He's supposed to be leaving tomorrow to see her. And
it's kind of like Ellie, when Ellie was like, I just told him I was going to go for a little bit. No, she's like leaving tomorrow.
Yeah, she's leaving tomorrow. And he's talking about these living arrangements and calls her Cupcake. I could gag. I booked 2 apartments. And she's going, what? Yeah, I booked 2 apartments. And she says, are you serious? Yes, chastity is very big with me. Really.
Then we find out. You've been going in other people's tunnels, so I don't know.
That's right. So it couldn't be too big with him. This is not working for her. And she says she just wants to go to Turkey so she can be alone. She wants to stay with them. Well, if we move in together, I'm afraid we'll have sex. Stephen is not a virgin.
Not sex.
I know. How pitiful. How pitiful. They aren't ready for anything. And he certainly isn't ready for anything. I mean,
he watches through their windows. That's who probably, like, this dude strikes me as that type. I thought we were friends. Sir, you've been stalking me. You've been looking at me through the window. We are in fact not friends, but I know so much about you. Like, oh,
Oh, I bet you do. I bet you do.
Ooh.
So I'd like to, right now, I just wish we could speed it up for these guys, you know.
Get to Turkey already.
Get to Turkey.
Do you think Stevens had sex and vagina, had interactions with vagina he didn't have to pay for?
Yes, I do believe so.
Really?
I do.
Do you think they were at like church camp and they're like, okay, let's just try it. Put the book under the bed, cover it up with a blanket. If they can't see us, it's not really happening.
Yes. That religion stuff gets in the way of sex sometimes.
It does. Like, it's not, it doesn't make you horned up. That's for sure.
Not at all.
You raised us Catholic, and it taught me to be terrified of what's going on down there.
Don't look. For the love of God, don't look.
Don't let anyone else touch unless you want to have a wedding in the Catholic Church, which will be costly, in front of a man who's never been married and can't touch his own wiener. But good luck to you. So yeah, they don't make religion sexy anymore. Did they ever?
I don't think they ever had a sexy religion. I'm really not sure, honey. The only one I can compare it to is the Catholic Church, and we don't want to do that.
Lutherans were a little sexier because they were able to have carpet. I remember going to Uncle Walt, they were Lutheran, and that was like, whoa. And they had a guitar, and their priest could get married and wear like Dockers. I was like, dude, this is like rock and roll, bro. And it wasn't so long, and there were echoes,
Lutherans, Yeah, Lutherans are very cool. Sure.
They're cool. They're like,
I don't know. I mean, all I knew.
Religions are called cults, pretty much.
Oh, that's right. Silly me. Okay, but anyway.
It's just, when I would be excited when you're like, oh, we would go to the Lutheran one, because I was like, okay, it's shorter, and they got guitar and carpet for some reason.
Yeah. Well, where I got married had carpet too, because it was more of a modern church. St. Matthew's did.
You know what? I think that one that is in Maplewood that we go to sometimes, that one's got carpet too, doesn't it? It's like a roundabout where we go to weddings. It's a presentation.
Oh, presentation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they did. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
I think Master of Blackjack's right. The cults are the sexy ones, because it's like, you might have intercourse with lots of people, or you might die together, both very sexy. Very sexy.
Who doesn't want that? Hello.
Group
All right,
death.
raise your hand if you remember Jim Jones. Okay.
Group sex, group death, Kool-Aid.
Mormons are called cults.
I mean,
so yes, we do have. Did you notice my hair looking a little different tonight? Just asking.
You got it done, and you got it whiter in the front.
I didn't. In fact, I just look at this.
What'd you do? Did you cut it yourself?
I keep cutting it up and cutting it up.
Stop. You're like
I'm going to stop. It's fine.
Midlife, but a little further along than midlife. A 75% life crisis.
No, in fact, I'm going to try that buzzer thing that I use on your father. And I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do this and do the sides. I can do really small. It'll be just fine. It grows back. Nobody has to know.
I got to call Chell. Chell, yeah, we got to get her to the home. Yeah, she's cutting her own hair, and she's about to buzz her head. I'm going to look up flights. I got to take her there myself. So let's see how much our flights.
All right, we're going to bid a fondue to Ellie and Victor, and
look at everyone. Sound off in the chat. Should Nana cut her own hair, continue to, and/or buzz it, please?
I don't.
Kemi, don't do it on Kemi's birthday. It is her birthday. Don't do it.
I'm not going to do it on your birthday, honey. But I was just looking at how I do Paul's hair, and it's fairly a good size buzz, so I could use like a 3 or a 4 and just go around my ear.
Nana. Oh my gosh. Susie says, my neighbors growing up were Jehovah's Witness. I always felt bad. The kids didn't have TV, but they were very kind neighbors. Yeah, my friend Shelly, she was for a little bit Jehovah, but then as she got older, I think her parents split up and whatever. But then they didn't celebrate their birthdays. And I thought, oh my God, I don't know if I can be a part of religion. I don't celebrate my birthday.
Oh my gosh, no. Birthdays are everything. Stop it.
Well, some people are saying do it. Love the hair, Nana. Keep doing it yourself. Cute. Hi, my husband Chell says, emergency services. We need you here. Stat, my mother-in-law is cutting her own hair. cutting her own hair.
I just, and I
Now, if she starts eating it, that's when it becomes a real problem,
or
guys.
taking the excess and stuffing it for a pillow. I saw that on Frasier once. The girl did that. She seemed to
Yuck.
be a bit weird.
It seems like everyone is, well, some people are on my side, but a lot of people are, yes, Nana. Nana, keep doing you. You live this life. You a grown-ass lady. You don't have to listen, Joleen. Never take clippers to your own head. After all, thank you. Nana, you do you,
Oh.
girlfriend. Once you
See?
hit 65, you can do whatever the heck you want. Deb C, that is a really good point. Nana,
Thank
live this
you.
life. She is a boss. Do it ever since COVID, too. Yep. I think your hair looks cute.
See, we took the money
We
from
love
the card.
it.
I love
If
it.
it makes you
It's so
happy,
funny.
yep.
It does.
Makes
Why
you
not?
happy, it can't
Okay.
be that bad.
So we did very well. We're going on 147 people. Can we make it 150? And can we get 147 likes? And please subscribe to this channel. That would be fabulous. Okay, now I think it's time, show.
Okay, let me change the banner. We have Who's Dead with Nana. Dun, 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 dun. We're going to celebrate the lives of those who have passed.
That's right.
That's right. Nana, our eulogy queen. If you guys don't know why we do this segment, Nana is obsessed with dead people. And she has done how many eulogies, Nana? And been asked.
I'm trying to think. I always forget. 7
1,
or 8.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, she's done close to 10 eulogies.
And I don't want to do anymore. I'm really done. I really don't
I
want
marry
to do them.
them. She buries them.
That's right.
Our business.
That's our thing.
I'm an ordained online minister. I've done marriages. I marry them. She buries them.
And I'm not. Okay.
So this is we should have you writing some eulogies though for this. Like just a one-pager for every person that you pick.
You know what, honey? You put something on my plate as much as you want to, but I can only do so much, okay? And I love you so much. Let's start out with Willard Scott. Remember Willard Scott, the weather man?
The weather guy from the Today Show before Al Roker came about.
Yes, yes.
Oh, well, I didn't know he was still alive.
Yeah, sure he is. He was only 87. He's only 87. He died on September 4th of this year, 2021. And what is today? Is today the 6th? Yes. He was born, and I like this, March 7th, which is my mom's birthday. He was born on my mom's birthday, but in 1934, and he died on September 4th, like I said. So he was 87 years old. He always did that. These people are 100 years old, and then he'd have the Smucker's frame around there. Smucker's was one of their, maybe Smucker's paid to have this bit or something.
It's a paid sponsorship, I'm sure.
Yeah. And so it was really cute. And then he'd show the people, and people would write in, like, my mother-in-law is just turning 100. And it was very cute. It was a cute segment. And so, yes, he did pass away.
Oh, there's him and Al Roker, and he was 87. There they are. Cuties. I remember waking up to Willard Scott, be getting ready for school, and you find out the weather. And then after that, obviously, Al Roker. So,
man. And Al Roker said he was like a dad to him. So that's nice. And then I was so sad about this one too. Greg Leakes. We did have a little talk about that. Nini's husband passing away. He lost his battle with cancer. His age was only 66. So he was my age. He was born the same year, 1954, same year as Linda's birth. And he battled cancer since 2018. He had stage 3 colon cancer in 2018. He went into a remission. It came back. So it doesn't give his actual birth date. It just said 1954. And then he died on September 1st of this year, 2021. He was married to Nene Leakes from 1997 to 2011. Then they got divorced. Then they got back together from 2013 to 2021.
They had their remarriage. They had a special.
Felt so bad. It
was about them getting remarried. So,
yeah, very sad. Now, I mean, she hasn't passed, but I didn't know if you knew this. She hasn't passed. Kathy Griffin has lung cancer. She's 60 years old. But
she's getting treatment, right?
She is getting treatment.
She has to stay alive. We need her.
60 years old. She's only 60.
That's Busy's favorite comedian. We need
Oh
her.
my gosh.
I have to
Yes.
get to work with her so I can bring Busy along so you can meet her and you could meet her.
Oh my gosh, I'd love to meet her. I know when she was walking the canyon, you would meet up with her, you would see her.
Yes, she was
And
at,
so
she
she
would
was
hike
very,
Runyon regularly, and
she was
sometimes
so,
full glam, sometimes natural face sunglasses, and I would always be like, "That's Kathy Griffin!" Like, "There's Kathy Griffin!" Like,
I know,
wow,
and she looks very thin right now.
she's very thin.
So, which usually happens when you're taking the treatments. This one I just found out today, and he died on Sunday, September 5th. Scott Hansen,
The
the
comedian from
comic.
Minnesota. Oh no!
He always stayed in Minnesota. He did, he wished Louis well when he left Minnesota
Oh
and went out to
wow!
California. He was only my age. He was 66 years old. He had failing heart, liver, and kidney diseases. He has had weight issue, which was
He's
not
been
good.
overweight forever. I mean,
Was not good for him.
that was kind of in his stand-up and stuff. I remember when I first started doing comedy, I reached out to him when I was going back to Minnesota because I started in Arizona, and he had a comedy club, and I think he was running that hotel one for a minute, and I was going to come out and do a show there. And I don't remember, I have to go back through my emails, but I have an email exchange with him why it never came to fruition. I went with somebody else. Maybe it was the cut I was going to get at the door, or maybe they didn't have spots. I don't know. But
I know. I sat next to him. We had gone to watch
he's a Minnesota guy. Sadly,
yes.
Scott Hansen has gone into hospice care. You made me laugh 1,000 times. Yeah, I didn't know much about him. I don't know other than that.
I didn't really. I know. I was just so sad because I was there watching a Louis and
Anderson.
Louis Anderson and Scott Hansen were both on the ticket. And it was at Treasure Island. And afterwards, I'm sitting there playing Deuces Wild. Scott Hansen sitting next to me, back and forth. We had, things going back and forth. He was
Did you
delightful.
say I'm a famous comedian? Joleen Lunzer, heard of me?
Heard of me? Hmm? No. He was very nice, and wow. I felt really bad when I heard that, and I knew.
I wonder if him and Louis are still in touch.
I would think that they are, because
I don't think I ever met Scott Hansen. Obviously, I've worked with Louis. I've done Louis' show in Vegas quite a few times. Louis Anderson is very, very kind, very funny, and that was such. When I first got to work with him the first time, that was such a big deal for a little St. Paul girl, because
he went to
high school, obviously at a different time. He was like the hero. One of the first stand-up specials I saw was an HBO special, because he did Clean when I was young with you guys on HBO. Good. And I remember Dad and you laughing so hard, and I thought, I want to do that. Like, I want to. And then we'd watch Ellen specials and stuff like that. And then when I got older, I got into like Chris Rock and stuff. But so working with him was just like a joy, and I got to go back and do more and more shows with him. And
he is, and I'm sure that they still talk, but because he mentioned different things with Louis, and he said, I just wanted to stay here because my family was here and build up the comedy scene in the Twin Cities, which he did. And so rest in peace.
Nana knows. Nana knows. She interviewed all the comedians to find out if Scott did what he said he was going to do.
No, I just
don't know the guy. It's so weird that I went back to Minnesota, did all the shows. I don't even think I worked a Scott Hansen club. I don't even know which clubs were his. I've worked all the clubs in Minnesota, and I don't even, maybe he ran rooms. I'd have to ask some of my Minnesota comedian friends.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know he was instrumental in getting.
Co-founder of The Daily Show and veteran comedian Liz Winstead. She's from Minnesota.
Yes.
Posted a heartfelt tribute to Hansen on Twitter. So so he still talks to a lot of these people.
It breaks my heart. Now, the people that are on our chat.
And then you forgot one that everyone's talking about, Michael K. Williams.
It's right here.
Get to him?
Yeah, you did? It's Michael K. Williams, and he died today, September 6, 2021. He was in The Wire. He was found.
I never watched The Wire.
I didn't either. He was found in his Brooklyn apartment. He's 54 years old. He was born in 1966, and he was in Boardwalk Empire. They're thinking a possible overdose.
I hope not.
That's what they said.
Oh
But
no, beautiful
possible because there was
man.
a lot of stuff in his apartment. So,
Oh shit. There was just a overdose, a bunch of comedians, a couple we know. One
oh,
passed away. And Laugh After Dark just posted a thing about him.
oh,
And then because it was laced, they were doing coke at a party allegedly, and it was laced with fentanyl. The coke's they're lacing the coke with fentanyl now. I mean, stop it.
stop
And
it.
then I think he passed away. Maybe three people passed away. I can't remember, but I don't know if the other two were comedians. And then there's a woman comic, Kate Quigley, and
Oh,
she
that's
works the Minnesota
sad.
clubs quite a bit.
Okay.
She's done a lot of stuff actually, and I've been on shows with her. I'm not like friends with her or anything, but she was at the party and took some of this, I guess, allegedly, and I think she's still in the hospital. So
Oh
that
my
fentanyl, I
God.
mean, that is just
Oh my God,
it
please.
took our
Just,
sweet cousin Emily
yes, it did.
at the age of 23. It's just you just never know
You
what
don't.
they're putting on it now, and she had no idea that that's what she was you know what I mean? Like this just it's
Right.
such a killer drug, and now if you don't have the Narcan things,
Right.
but fentanyl deaths, I mean, it's crazy. So yeah, I only knew of two of the comedians. I don't know who the third one was,
Oh, it just
but
makes you
I
so
hope.
sad when these things
Yeah,
happen. And such a young man, such a
I
young man.
know. Look at how
Um,
handsome and talented. Like I've
I,
never seen The Wire. I've never seen Boardwalk Empire, but I mean, and those are like very popular, critically
yes.
acclaimed shows. Now I
So
want to
I
watch The
just,
Wire. You've never watched The Wire.
I have never because it came on the
Shelley watched The
news
Wire.
and I quick wrote it down because it was just today. It was kind of like breaking news. Michael
Oh, I
K.
didn't know
Williams.
fentanyl
So
killed Prince. Oh, poor Prince. See,
that day was so
I
horrid
don't think
here.
I don't think there's anybody in the U.S. right now with everything going on in fentanyl who doesn't have a friend or a family member who's either overdosed or died from
No,
fentanyl at this point.
no,
Because, yeah,
no. It's so sad. Um,
it's
yeah, it's
horrible.
just very sad. So
Yeah, so
those
they
are
think
the ones
it's an
that
overdose, but they don't know.
they
Look at these
do not
cool
know.
pictures he just took 3 weeks ago.
They're just they're assuming it was a drug overdose. That's all they said. He
Mm.
just was found this morning. So
Oh, poor sweet man. I am so sorry
yes.
that is very tragic because it's just so tragic.
So that's all
But
I have, and that's plenty. That's
that's
too
too
many.
many.
And I didn't,
Too
and I'm
many.
sorry. I did miss a couple. Okay, let's go back a little. I
Damn it, you've
just
already
missed
depressed us.
Ed Asner. We did not
We
speak of Ed
we
Asner. We did the other day,
okay.
but we really didn't.
I only want
Um,
people who have lived long lives
Ed Asner.
and they died holding their loved one's hand and said, "I'm ready." And they saw the other side, and there was a
I think Ed saw
amusement
that.
park. I remember you would tell me when I was young, I'd be like, "What's heaven?" And you said, "Heaven is anything you want it to be." And I go, "Well, it must be Valley Fair." So I always thought it was an amusement park. I never included any of my friends and family there. It was just cotton candy and sugar. And yours was you had your childhood home or something, and we
I
weren't
was running
included in
down.
your heaven either.
I was just running down Summer Street, running for the popsicle guy. I mean, it had food in it, though.
Yep.
It did have food in it. But
Nothing,
Ed Asner,
no kids.
he, and I know we did talk about this because we talked about Tarzana, that he passed, and you said it's L.A.
Yep.
Close to L.A. or part of L.A. So the only two people that are still with us from Mary Tyler Moore,
Betty
and
White.
he certainly did more. Yes, Betty White, and Betty White is 99. She'll be 100 on January 17th.
Yep. Ed Asner, no fentanyl. Nope.
And John Amos, and he's 82, and he was Gordy the weather guy. Those are the only two that were more lead people on there. But we've lost so many from that show. But he was in a miniseries of Rich Man, Poor Man, and we loved our miniseries in the 70s. That was a big deal.
Yes.
And 1977 Roots, he was in Roots. He's a veteran of Chicago's Comedy Theater because I know we talked about that. It was a predecessor to Second City, and it was
Yay,
called
Second City. We
Compass
love Second
Players.
City.
Yes. So
Chel's a
Lou
Second
Grant,
City guy.
yes, he is, was canceled. And he was still having high ratings when he played Lou Grant, which was a spinoff of Mary Tyler Moore. And he feels it's because he was too pro-union and very political. And
Probably.
they didn't care for that. So that was his
No.
thought. But rest in peace, all of these people that I had mentioned. It's will come to all of us, and we hope we all live some good, healthy lives and not to be so judgy.
Don't be such a Judge Judy. Morris is coming in with some good news. Maybe we should finish always the Who's Dead with Nana segment up with some happy news. Michael Keaton turned 70 the other day. And Michael Keaton, for a while, I think he was just kind of, I mean, he'd been so successful. And then he just kind of like was chilled out for a while. Maybe he was living his life. And then he came back and started doing a whole bunch of stuff, you know, probably like 7 or so years
Morris,
ago.
thank you.
And Nana, obviously one of her favorite movies, Mr. Mom. And she makes the grandkids watch it, and now they quote it.
Frankie just loves it. Clean up in aisle 7. I haven't even been in aisle 7. You're killing me. So anyway, yeah, he's just Michael Keaton. So it's just a beautiful, beautiful man. So that is nice. That's good. Happy birthday.
That is nice. Well, happy birthday, Kemi. Happy birthday, all of our Virgos. Brianna, Legally Leah, your birthday's coming up. Anyone else who shared that it's their birthday, we love wishing you guys a happy birthday.
So nice.
So let us know when it is your birthday, and we'll give you a shout out, okay? Sorry, something went off in my ear, a little video. I don't know if you heard that. So, yeah, and now I do have to watch Empire or whatever, and Boardwalk Empire and The Wire, because they're like classic, like when The Sopranos were on. Like,
I love those. Oh, I love those.
I did. I was thinking about doing a Sopranos rewatch, and I'm like, I don't know if I would like it as much now.
No, I don't want. No, we're looking for more comedy.
Yeah, all the stuff that I don't know if I can watch.
Yeah,
we'll see. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us, as Nana says, right, Nana?
Yes, thank you for joining us and spending some time with us. And now we know what day it is. It is Monday. It is Labor Day. The Minnesota State Fair, their numbers were down. They're closing up shop too. We had 147 was the highest I saw. So let's just make sure that you, before you leave us, just hit that like. It doesn't hurt anything. It doesn't cost anything. It's fabulous.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Interesting how not one of the deaths is from COVID. Do we have Master of Blackjack being a conspiracy theorist? I love The Sopranos, Pat said. Paul Lunzer is the Tony Soprano of Minnesota. I hope not. Dan and Joleen, you lifted my spirits. Oh my gosh. Well, you lifted ours just by
We love that you're here with us. We love that you're here with us. Thank you.
We'll be back Friday for Married to Bravo with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but we're back every Monday covering 90 Day, a new iteration all the time. Right now, it's 90 Day the Other Way, and this is our first time, and so far, it's okay.
I'm liking it. I really am liking it. Now let's look at my sides, what they look like now.
Oh, you guys, tune in Friday to see
and what they will look like. I just want to, why not? I wanted to do it during the lockdown, that we had. I wanted to just buzz it all just to see what it comes up like, So, well, we never know.
We never know, but we know that we appreciate all you guys.
We sure do.
You all the love, protect your energy, and always stay cool like Nana. Bye.
Good night.